Hi there, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Anisa from the Inner Stereo. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back, welcome back. And I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I love you guys to the fullest. Capricorn has been the greatest supporter of my channel, ever since I started. So thank you so much, guys. So as usual, this is going to be your relationship spread, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiance, family members, anyone. I am basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because I tend to realize that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign. But if it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate, okay? There's just so many talented, amazing tarot readers out there for you to click and watch. So let's talk now. Capricorn, your overall energy for the now. You have the Hermit card in reverse. You have the Princess of Swords. And you also have the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is your overall energy. What are you trying to find out here? Okay? So here's the thing. Hermit card in reverse is the inability to look within, the inability to kind of like listen to your heart chakra or what your subconscious has been trying to tell you. It kind of like reminds me when I first got my Lumina Tarot deck. You are what you've been seeking for. I mean, the answer always lies within you. You already know the answers already, but I feel like you're ice skating above your emotions with the Seven of Swords in here, and you're trying to look for a solid proof. There's something here. You're on a mission. There's something here that you're trying to look for. The Seven of Swords is a card of kind of like ice skating above your emotions a bit. Trying not to feel depending solely on your logical mind or your cerebral, because if you're being dragged down into the deepest depth of emotions, it's kind of like quite scary. So now you guys are kind of like, ice skating above your emotions. In the past, you had somebody with a Seven of Pentacles attitude. This person was blindly optimistic that you would return to them or you would do something to them. You know what I mean? Like they're blindly optimistic, or they're just, in Indonesia, we call it kegeeran, like they think that you like them so much that you're going to do something about them and blah, 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 blah. But they're so blindly optimistic. Okay, sorry, that was my dad. He's in a hospital, so I'm kind of like wondering how come he's sending me a message. But anyway, Seven of Pentacles and also the Star card. So this person was blindly optimistic, and then you kind of like have the power to heal them in some ways. You know what I mean? With the Star card there. They were not in a healthy place to begin with before they met you, but I felt like you were able to give them like a little bit of a boost of confidence, so they heal themselves in that process. And this is a type of person who has a difficulties of opening up their heart chakra. So it's very, it's kind of like it's their defense mechanism. Sometimes they have the tendency to withhold information or withhold something just to be safe. Having a backup plan and stuff like that. This person has always been like this, but I feel like this person was really, really optimistic with you. This person trusts you so bad that they were able to open up here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And you were preparing something for them. I think if you were in a period like way before these past happened, the recent past happened, you might be dealing with a no contact or no communication period, and you were preparing something for them. And then this person was highly optimistic that you're going to be doing something with the Princess of Pentacles in here. I feel like although these are two types of feminine energy, but you've always been like the planner. You know what I mean? But it makes sense because, I have a Capricorn best friend and she's always a planner of everything. Like if I want to go to holiday with her, like she has all this itinerary list set and everything like that. So it makes sense. Okay. But somehow, again, as I said, you have the ability to heal them. You have the ability to boost their confidence, but somehow you're not feeling all right. Like you give so much, you plan a lot for the healing process of somebody else, but it kind of like drains you here with the Knight of Swords. Probably because they have these two cards which is focusing on themselves a lot. Okay? If this is like a long-term relationship, you need to encourage your partner, or you need to train your partner to always meet you halfway. Because this person is like this, you know what I mean? Like they're waiting. they kind of like felt like, okay, this is going to happen to me anyway. Especially in your overall challenge, you have the Six of Pentacles in here, so there is no mutual give and take that is happening in this relationship. And also you have the Tower card in here, so there's two meaning of the Tower card. The first card is like it's like a lot of bottled up feelings when it comes to you. So, you know, there is no clear-cut communications happening. And what happens when there's like a lot of bottled up feelings, you hold resentment, you hold grudges, you know what I mean? And as years or month or days pass, if the same argument kind of like comes up again, then you're like, oh my God, like this is just exactly like what happens like 2 months ago. And then you would bringing it up, and then it's like two angers put into one, rather than just one anger solved one by one. You know what I mean? Ini kartu masa sekarang. The second meaning to the Tower card is like there was an information that you receive. It probably drives you to become the Princess of Swords here. There is an information that you received, and it just kind of like tingle your curiosity or your suspicions a bit. So that's why you are the Princess of Swords. There's something here that you want to prove. Something that you're doing like a heavy research on. True stolen moment is all that we share. This person is upping up their game though. It's in the present card, so if it's not happening now, it's going to happen like really soon. But this person is stepping up their game, you know, by being the King of Wands. So you usually in the past, they were focusing so much on themselves. They were focusing on their healings. They were blindly optimistic that you're like this, or they probably think that you kind of like would do da-da-da-da-da. But in the now, they're much more certain, and they're upping up their games here with the King of Wands. So they're much more certain there's this action that has been taken place. And then you, because of this actions, it will make you get out of a period of disappointment with the Five of Pentacles in here. And it just makes you feel like a little bit playful. So on the outside, on the surface, you're very playful. You know, with the Knight of Chalices, there's this flirtatious banter going on back and forth. You're pretty charming right now. You know, in this month of February, you guys are very charming. Like your aura is doing really great. But on deep down inside, on the center of your energy, emotional base, you're the Queen of Swords. So you do have trust issues. You have problems of opening up. Okay. 5 kartu masa depan. By the way, I'm Indonesian, so if you hear me muttering Indonesian language, it's Indonesian language, alright? Not some strange voodoo or juju or me speaking backwards. Like I got that in common a lot. Right. You used to tell me. Okay. So let's talk about what is happening if you're dealing with two people first, okay? So person A is a person who is always in a passive mode. I mean, both of these people that you're dealing with are kind of like quite passive in some ways because they're focusing on themselves in the past. So person A is somebody who is blindly optimistic that you're going to be doing something about them. And I feel like you had something planned with them with the Princess of Pentacles, and you're kind of like calculating them as well. Like if, you know, how is my return of investment is going to be if I were to be in a relationship with this person? Do I have gains, or am I decreasing my standard or my value? So you had that thought inside of your head. Person B was somebody who was focusing so much on their healings because they went through a lot in the past. So they're focusing so much on their healings, but because they're so much focused on themselves, you see them as being pretty selfish. You were opening up a lot to this person, the person B, but I feel like this person was so much focusing on themselves that kind of like leads you to the point where you're the Nine of Swords there. So that's person B. Now person A is kind of like likes the physical aspect of the relationship because they have the Devil card in here, especially since you are, you know, the Nine of Chalices, so you have this flirtatious banter with them. You're super duper charming with them, you know what I mean? So they're starting to develop like a little bit of a bond going on in here. They're going to like the physical aspect of the relationship, but I feel like it's something that you're not really interested in with them, you know what I mean? Because I feel like on a connection base, you felt much more with person B, even in the future. Let's go through there. So person A is going to like the physical aspect of the relationship a lot. Like they would like the way that, you know, your physicalities look, or they like you for how you touch them, how you kiss them, how you fuck them, or whatever that is. But they just like that. They have the devil carded here. And then person B is going to be much more assertive in the way that they want you, and then it's going to lead you away from a period of disappointment. So these two people are kind of like taking actions towards you in the now. So it's not happening now, it's going to happen like really, really soon. And it's going to lead you to the point of, you know, you're no longer disappointed with them. But you cannot also hide away the fact that you do have like a lot of trust issues with both of these people, right? So person A, I think you're going to be not so interested. I mean, with this person, I don't see you being that much interested in them, because in the past you were calculative, your mood, you're calculating your actions, you're being very, very calculative. And even in the future, you would kind of like stop chasing or going after them, or even making efforts, and they kind of like felt a little bit distant from you, they kind of like felt it, and they're going to be a little bit sad, you know, going to mourn over you, but they're not going to do anything about it because this person is pretty passive. Person B, this person went through a lot in their life, and even in the future, I feel like they're going to lose themselves again. So it's kind of like a repeating cycle over and over again. But I feel like you truly love them up to the point that you have the 10 of Wands in here. So you're willing to actually, you know, pick up the burdens and just go ahead and do it, being the best Capricorn. A typical Capricorn. You guys are definitely like the best, because you're showing your dependability. You're showing your ability to commit to them and stuff like that. You want to help this person get out of a period where they don't feel like themselves. So it's a good one. I mean, this person does actually, let's do it, because I'm curious. Like, I don't really like Okay, so how does actually person B feels towards you? They have the 6 of Cups. So this person does feel the intense connection when it comes to you. It's either a twin flame-ish type of relationship, karmic type of relationship, or a soulmate-ish type of relationship. But that connection is really, really intense. And you felt it too, because when this person presented themselves in your life, you're kind of like being swept away by your emotional cups, right? But this person is not in their stable self as of yet. And I feel like, you know, you guys are willing to go through the process of them healing themselves. So it's kind of like quite good. But they do feel something for you with the 6 of Cups in here. Okay? So what happens if you're dealing with 2 people? Sorry, 1 person. So what happens if you're only dealing with 1 person? Your trust issues here. Okay, the best part about it is that if you're dealing with 1 person, I see them stepping up their games a lot from the now even until the future, even if they're losing themselves in that process, because they're afraid of losing you. They have lost you once. They are nearly losing you once, and they're not having it any longer. They do have a little bit of a fear of abandonment when it comes to you, and they're willing to kind of like finally stepping up the game, that even if you stop doing efforts or you stop chasing, they would still kind of like doing it after you. And then you have the 7 of Cups in here. So this person is going to make you swept away with your emotional cups, and there is a commitment coming here. Okay, Lover's card there too. That's beautiful. But one thing that I need to, if I may, give you advice about, because I see them kind of like extending themselves and stepping up their games, being the Queen of Pentacles, but I see their energy being the Sun card in reverse. This person, if you're dealing with 1 person, this person is kind of like quite not doing so well mentally and emotionally. So if you could have like a clear-cut communication, it's like really a transparent one, what is going on with them, how do they truly feels, and be a little bit, you know, lie to them when they're feeling depressed or stressed, that would be great, because therefore they're not going to be holding resentment, and you also get what you want. Okay, so I think that's it for my reading for you, Capricorn. I'll see you guys next week for your mid-February. Bye-bye.